Hey guys, so I have a problem. I've ran out of ideas on how to start one of these videos on my 5th video, so we're just gonna chill here for a bit. So the Lego Batman movie, am I right? This is the best Lego movie of all time, but we'll get back to that in a bit. For now, I want to draw attention to the fact that not many people look at this movie as a real, quote-unquote, Batman movie. Sort of like how people don't see Mask of the Phantasm as a, quote-unquote, real Batman movie, despite its critical acclaim. The first 4 things that come to mind when people think of Batman's filmography are usually the original 4, Dark Knight trilogy, the DCEU's Batman, and the new Batman. And while these 2 are well known and made a lot of money, they mostly have been seen in the same way you would see a spin-off by general audiences. There are reasons, as shitty as they are. Maybe it's because they're both children's films and it's therefore heresy for an adult to watch any of these movies. Or maybe it's because they're animated and edgy teens, grown-ups, aren't able to accept that cartoons aren't just for kids. Well, I, a 15-year-old white boy with an Invisalign and glasses, will try to convince you that not only does the Lego Batman movie understand Batman more than any other film in the series, but it's also the best Batman and best Lego movie of all time. That's right, not that, or that, but this Citizen Kane level masterpiece. Right off the bat, see what I did there? First 10 minutes of this film are great. It shows the usual dynamic between Batman and Joker before subverting your expectations and showing us that the dynamic between Batman and Joker is more akin to a messed up romance. Kind of like a kid-friendly version of their relationship in the Arkham games. And I've said this before, but Will Arnett, man, he is immaculate as Batman. And this Batman in general is immaculate. Of course, he doesn't kill because, well, this is a kid's film. He has an extremely sympathetic side to his character, but when he goes full Batman, you can feel it, despite this being a comedy. I love how much of a contrast the protagonists of these first 2 Lego movies are, while deep down having the same goal. In the Lego movie, Emmett is super happy and jovial and is definitely not a man of action, while Batman is dark, brooding, and always jumps in to stop the bad guys. But what they both desire is the same: to be seen, to not be alone, which contrasts perfectly with our antagonist, the Joker. Zach This guy is the most unique Joker to come out of the 2010s, where most of the Jokers in this decade were just somewhat pale imitations of Heath Ledger's legendary performance. This Joker is instead completely defined and completely obsessed with Batman. Again, it's like a messed up romance. Joker here is way more obsessed than the others. Of course, Batman is a pretty substantial part of all these Jokers' lives, but they don't have the same creepy devotion to him as in the comics or the Arkham games or in this movie. Jack Nicholson just wants control of Gotham by winning over the people. Sure, he murdered Martha and Thomas creating Batman, which is pretty substantial, but he has nothing to do with Bruce beyond that. The only reason the Joker even fights Batman is just because he got in his way. He has nothing against him. Nothing personal, at least. Heath Ledger, although he grows into the Batman-obsessed lunatic over the movie, starts off wanting to kill Batman just because he is slowing down crime. Joaquin Phoenix has nothing to do with Batman, so does Cameron Monaghan in Gotham. It's too early in the new Batman to get a read on Barry Keoghan, but I'm assuming he won't change the status quo, mostly from the deleted scene. All of these guys at least don't start their movies being consumed by the need to be seen by Batman. Well, this movie starts off with Joker and Batmania, which only gets amplified when Batman tells him how little he means to him. Then he becomes obsessed with proving that he does care about him. But there's another player in this twisted, messed up relationship. What? You know, not like that, bro. He's his adopted son. He's a child, you fucking degenerates. I have to be honest for a second. Robin in this movie is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, he is the most on-screen accurate portrayal of Robin by a long shot. It isn't even close. This Batman and Joker being one of the best versions of the characters is certainly a massive hot take, but when it comes to on-screen Robins, ugh. The original Robin co-starred with Batman in one of the worst comic book films ever to hit the silver screen, and Christopher Nolan turned Robin into an adult reporter? What? Well, this Robin, well, He's a child. He sounds like him, he looks like him, and they are unashamed to lean into the more comic book roots of the character. But on the other hand, Robin doesn't really have much of an arc, and he doesn't really develop. There are hints of an arc in there, like the scene with the Batmobile, the scene with him at the party, and to a much, much lesser extent, the scene at the orphanage. This is wrong, by the way. I don't know what I was spitting here. Robin does have an arc in this movie. Did I even fucking watch this movie for this video? But hey, he'll probably get better development in the sequel. Oh. This has been more of a video about the dynamic between Batman and the Joker than a full review of the film. But honestly, I don't think a complete of this movie is possible. At least from me. There's so much I love about that I could talk about it for maybe like an hour. This takes everything good from all the other LEGO movies and mashes them together, which is why I think it's the best film. Now say it with me, kids. Then they had to go and fuck this up.
Gonna do it again. Just jump up, kick back, wrap around and spin. Ninja, come on, come on, come on, and do the weekend with.